This is Football at the Flock, and I'm Ethan Armitage.
I'm Sebastian Kasanovich.
And we're bringing you all the fantasy news and info. First up, our matchups. First off, we have the 3-4 Dolphins at the 3-4 Bills.
I have the Bills winning this game. I think Shane McCoy is going to go off, at least a touchdown and 100 yards for me. 27 to 20 is my pick.
See, I have the Dolphins winning 28-17. I really think Tannehill, he struggled a little bit this year, but he's definitely gonna come back. Next, we have the 6-1 Packers at the 7-0 Panthers. This is probably the best game of the week.
I definitely have the Panthers in this game. I think they're going to go 8-0 at home, and I don't think the Packers are going to be able to stop the combination of a Cam Newton and a Jonathan Stewart. I think the Panthers will win 23 to 20.
I too have the Panthers. I think that Aaron Rodgers and the whole Packers team got exposed by Denver last Sunday night, and I think the Panthers will do the same. I think they're going to win 35-27. Next, we have the 2-5 Jags at the 4-3 Jets.
I mean, if you have Brandon Marshall in your lineup, this is a game where you need to start him. They're going to get Ryan Fitzpatrick back. Even though he has a hurt thumb, I still like the Jets in this with at least a 10-point win. I think the defense will stymie the Jags offense, and I think it's going to be 24-14.
Yeah, I have the Jets also 21-10. I think that any hope the Jags had at getting a passing game will be stopped by Revis. Next, we have the 4-3 Rams at the 5-2 Vikings.
I definitely like the Vikings in this game. I think it's a nice combination of a running game with explosive plays from Tavon Austin and Alvin Bailey in that group. I like the Vikings to win 31-24.
I have the Rams 24-17. I do think Todd Gurley, he's been great. I think he's going to continue to be great even against the stout Vikings defense. I think he'll have a monster game. Next, we have the 3-4 Redskins at the 7-0 Patriots.
It's not even going to be a game. It's going to be Patriots all the way, I think. Tom Brady, another 20-plus game, I think, in a rout of the Redskins and a 44-21 win for the Patriots.
I also have the Patriots. I think it's going to be real hard to stop Tom Brady right now. Rob Gronkowski, they seem to be clicking off this year, and I have the Patriots 35-17. Next, we have the 1-6 Titans at the 4-4 Saints.
I like this way the Saints have been playing this year, and I do think they're going to get a win, but I think it will be a high-scoring game for both teams. So I think the Saints are going to pull it off with a 38-28 win.
I, too, have the Saints. Both teams have really struggled this year. The Titans more than the Saints. The Saints just really haven't seemed to find a rhythm, but I definitely think they'll find it. I think it'll also be high-scoring, so I have the Saints 42-31. Next, we have the 4-3 Raiders at the 4-4 Steelers.
Steelers coming off a tough loss last week, but Ben Roethlisberger gets another week of practice that needs going to be better. You know, Antonio Brown and him are going to make that connection. I do believe the Steelers will win in a high-scoring affair with 31-24.
I too have the Steelers. Even after that Le'Veon Bell MCL tear, I still think that the Steelers have it. I think Antonio Brown's definitely going to get a lot of points this week. Him and Ben Roethlisberger coming back, that chemistry is definitely gonna build. Next, we have the 4-4 Giants at the 3-4 Buccaneers.
I like the Giants in this game. I don't think the Bucs will be able to, that defense will be able to hold up against Eli Manning, who's red hot right now, and Odell Beckham Jr., that's basically unguardable. I like the Giants in this game 38-21.
I also like the Giants. I like them 35-21. Again, the Buccaneers secondary is just, it's non-existent. Odell's definitely going to go off. I'm predicting at least 100 yards, 10 receptions, and a pair of touchdowns. Next, we have the 6-2 Falcons at the 2-6 49ers.
The Falcons definitely coming off a tough loss to the Buccaneers at home. I think they will bounce back. And Julio Jones, if he was in a body cast, he probably could get 200 yards against this 49ers defense. So definitely look out for that.
I actually have
I like the Falcons 28-10.
I have the 49ers 17-10. I do think Julio is going to grab a touchdown against the 49ers secondary. Lost a lot of good pieces. But I think the Falcons really are kind of on a down spiral. And I think the 49ers will win 17-10. Next we have the 7-0 Broncos at the 3-5 Colts.
The Colts have just looked awful. Andrew Luck has been awful. They fired their offensive coordinator. You can't expect him to.
My starts for this week are Phillip Rivers. He's playing the Bears. I do think the Chargers will lose, but I expect Phillip Rivers to have a real monster game, 300 yards at least, 3-4 touchdowns. It's going to be a slugfest. Secondly, I have Odell Beckham Jr. You know, obviously, he's playing the Bucs. You know, their secondary is just, it's awful. I definitely think he'll have 10 receptions plus, 100 yards, pair of TDs. And finally, I have Alshon Jeffrey against the Chargers. Again, I think Eric Weddle will help a little bit, but I do think that Jeffrey will just start to go off.
My starts and sits are Jonathan Stewart. For one, he's been playing great since the Seattle game, and if the Broncos can run on you like they did last week against the Packers, then you're going to need to look out with Jonathan Stewart. He's a very physical runner, and he's not going to go down very easily. Julian Edelman against the Redskins, that's a favorable matchup for him. He's really fast, really quick. He exploits in that slot position. With Tom Brady throwing him the ball, you gotta like maybe a touchdown, maybe 100 yards. And with Brandon Marshall, it's just been absolutely consistent this year, like in everything he does. He's a monster, catches everything near him. I'm definitely saying 100 yards and a touchdown.
My sits for the week are, I don't like Peyton Manning against the Colts. I just said I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. I think he's going to struggle. I think he might have about 2 picks, maybe a touchdown, but I definitely think he'll be contained by that Colts defense. Next, I have Mike Evans. You know, I don't know, for the Bucs, he's been playing well, but I think it'll definitely stop against the Giants. They have a pretty good secondary. And, yeah.
My sits are Stephon Diggs. I mean, I know that he's been on the upcome lately, but I don't see it happening against the Rams defense. Janoris Jenkins, very good corner, very quick, very fast. It's sort of what Stephon Diggs does too. I definitely Melvin Gordon. Melvin Gordon, you don't start him. He had ball carrying issues. He hasn't been the #1 back for a while. Like, I'd play Danny Woodhead before I played Melvin Gordon right now.
Okay, and we each have one sleeper. My sleeper is Tavon Austin. He's playing the Vikings. He's just going to go off. He will definitely get you your needed points, and especially in those one-day leagues, he's lower down in the price, but you'll still get a lot of points for that.
I have Marcus Mariota because he's playing the Saints. I mean, you go back, you look at that Giants game, I mean, that's just pitiful. And I think Mariota, if healthy, he'll be able to put up some big numbers, maybe move around the pocket, extend plays, and be able to go hit that deep ball with Kenny Britt or people like that.
And now we have a guest. You can come on in. You'd like to introduce yourself?
I'm Vincent Walker, and I go to Thomas Worthington.
What would be your question today, Vincent?
I don't know if I should start Eli over Andrew Luck this week.
Oh, you want to start Eli Manning. I mean, he put up, I think, 38 or 36 points last week against a bad Saints team, but Andrew Luck, new offensive coordinator, I mean, it's just not looking up right now. I mean, start Eli Manning. You want to start Eli Manning.
Yeah, I think you need to start Eli. You know, Andrew, he's playing against the Broncos, and they really have 3 cornerbacks. Talib definitely shut down T.Y. I don't think it's almost a question. I definitely think you have Eli against the Bucs.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And from all of us at The Flock and TWHS, we thank you for watching. I'm Ethan Armitage.
I'm Sebastian Kasanovich.
And we are The Flock.